to start by giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushua, Bahashim, Rekahakwadash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles, the great millstone. Salutations to the elect out there, wherever you may be. I want to do a quick lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushua. I'm going to start by playing this video right here, and then I'm going to hit a few scriptures, and then I'll end the lesson. All right? Here's the video. Let me turn the sound up. All right, here we go.
Antioch used at a city council meeting tonight.
In fact, that's how they describe text message.
Rick?
Let's go back. All right.
Racist, homophobic, and misogynist. Those were the words residents of Antioch used at a city council meeting tonight.
In fact, that's how they describe text messages allegedly sent by city police officers that are now under investigation. NBC Bay Area's Emma Goss joins us live at Antioch City Hall. There's a little bit of a free-for-all there tonight. It was, and tempers and emotions certainly boiled over during public comment. And what I saw inside really was a city reckoning with what residents have said are years of discriminatory treatment by police that even Mayor Lamar Thorpe said has persisted in Antioch for far too long. It was a heated, at times chaotic, Antioch City Council meeting Tuesday. Mayor Lamar Thorpe briefly left the meeting, overcome with emotion. The central topic, offensive text messages sent between more than a dozen Antioch police officers over 2 years, uncovered by the FBI and obtained Tuesday by the East Bay Times. Messages like this one, where an officer wrote, "I'll bury that N in my fields." And yes, it was a hard R on purpose.
When you hear these text messages, this was in their heart. This was in their heart. And it's not just 17 individuals we're talking about. We're now talking about 24. 24. I'm not sweeping it under the rug.
The mayor said he supports Police Chief Stephen Ford's decision to hire an external investigator. For now, the chief said that any officers involved are not working on the streets. He said the exact number of officers under investigation has not been determined.
This is unfortunate. Let's not gloat in this. This is very, very unfortunate to the city, to this organization, and to the profession.
A 22-year-old community organizer and activist told the city council she was the subject of text messages between officers. She claims they sexualized her and used racist language.
You need to understand and educate yourself that the terms that you are using are not okay. And I'm honestly very ashamed to be a resident of Antioch.
There are going to be some changes. Some of those changes may make people feel uncomfortable. I don't give a damn. It's going to happen. Because it's the right thing to do.
The city manager, city attorney, and the police chief have all assured the city council that an independent audit of these officers associated with the text messages is pending. But because this is also being investigated by the FBI, Police Chief Ford said that he couldn't comment on the details of an open investigation. Reporting live in Antioch, Emma Goss, NBC Bay Area News.
Emma, thank you for...
All right, you see, obviously, that mayor was an Israelite. And you see, he was targeted by what? The police that works for his county with racist remarks. Let's go get some scriptures on the topic. All right, let's start it in Genesis, which I'm pretty sure that most of those police that sent those texts were Edomites who come from the seed of Esau, Edom. All right, let's start in the seed of Esau, Edom. Let's start in Genesis. See, let's get this scripture. Genesis 27. Let's go down. Let's see. You see, Genesis 27:41. And Esau hated Jacob because of the blessing wherewith his father blessed him. And Esau said in his heart, the days of mourning for my father are at hand, then will I slay my brother Jacob. So, as an Israelite, which the Israelites are the so-called African Americans, Latinos, and Native Americans, you see, Esau is going to always hate you, you see, because he's our natural-born enemy, which is the what? So-called white man. Let's get another scripture proving my point. Let's see. All right, this is Amos 1:11. Thus saith the Lord, for 3 transgressions of Edom, Esau is Edom, and for 4, I will not turn away the punishment thereof, because he did pursue his brother with the sword. You see, aren't they always pursuing the so-called black man with a sword? Aren't they, going above and beyond to arrest the so-called black man, to put him in jail? Aren't they more aggressive to the so-called black man than any other race? Aren't they willing to shoot the black man down 10 or 20 times more than any other race? Because what? He pursued his brother with the sword and did cast off all pity, you see? Because in a lot of those instances where it's a black man and a so-called black man and a so-called white man, the white man seems to be more aggressive, especially as a police officer, and he seems to not show any pity. And his anger did tear perpetually, you see? The word perpetually is continually. That's why you see a lot of so-called white people, which are the Edomites, show a lot of anger towards black people, which is most of the time it's unnecessary, especially when, they're pleading for them to stop. All right, let's see. And he kept his wrath forever. You see, Esau's going to keep his wrath. He kept his wrath forever, which means he's going to always hate Jacob or the seed of Jacob. Why? Because he's our enemy. He's our natural enemy. Let's get another scripture. All right. And this is for you Israelites. Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest. You see, America, which is Babylon the Great, which is also called spiritual Sodom and Egypt, spiritual Assyria. This is the land of our captivity. Micah 2:10 again. Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest. It is polluted. You see, this place is polluted. It's a lot of wickedness going on. A lot of transgression of our laws, statutes, and commandments. You see, we are supposed to be a holy people. We are not supposed to join ourselves to the ways of these heathens. You see, let me get a precept on that. Let me read this first. All right. Arise and depart, for this is not your rest, because it is polluted. It shall destroy you, even with a sore destruction. You see, it's going to destroy you. The more you take on the ways of Babylon, it's going to destroy you eventually. All right, let's see. Because this is a heathen kingdom. This is not a righteous kingdom. It's becoming more and more wicked every day. Let's see. See, as an Israelite, he or she should not be learning the ways of the heathen, because the heathen are naturally wicked. That's why in ancient times the Most High sent us to conquer them, because he was angry with their wicked ways. Learn not the ways of the heathen. Or way, I think it's way. Learn not the way of the heathen. All right, here we go. Jeremiah 10:2. Learn not, thus saith the Lord, learn not the way of the heathen, nor be dismayed at the signs of heaven, for the heathen are dismayed at them. You see? So as an Israelite, especially if you are a seed of Jacob, you should not be learning the ways of the heathen, because they are naturally wicked. You see? And they're contrary to our God. You see? Because what? Let's go get it. And then I'll end on this scripture. This is how we are supposed to be as Israelites. We are supposed to be a holy people. Let's get it. Deuteronomy 7:6. For thou art a holy people unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God has chosen thee to be a special people unto himself, above all people that are upon the face of the earth. You see that? We are supposed to be above all people. We are supposed to be the pinnacle of God's chosen people. I mean, the pinnacle of God's, of his creation known as man. Because man is his great creation, but we're supposed to be above all people. We're supposed to be the pinnacle of the creation, man, because we're supposed to be the holy. We're supposed to represent the Most High. You see, because he is holy. All right, let's see. It's another precept, Deuteronomy 14:2. For thou art a holy people unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God has chosen thee to be a peculiar people unto himself above all nations. You see that? It says above all people and above all nations. You see, that are upon the earth. All right, let's see. And here's a law, Deuteronomy 14:21, that the Most High gave us. You see, a part of his law, statutes, and commandments. Ye shall not eat of anything that dieth of itself. You see, thou shalt give it unto a stranger that is in thy gate, that he may eat it, but thou mayest sell it to an alien, but thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God. Thou shalt not see it a kid in thy mother's milk. So that goes into one of the laws or statutes and commandments, the laws, statutes, and commandments that the Most High gave us. But you see, we are supposed to be a holy people. We shouldn't be like these heathen nations. You see? All right, and I'll end the lesson there. All right, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushua, Bahashim, Kakadash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone. Salutations to the elect out there, wherever you may be. All right, Shalom.